Hey, welcome back to Bomnipotent. Hope you had a great first day working on your website. Today we're going to go over all the little cool things that you can do to customize your site so that it looks perfect for you. Now, every time you log in, what you're going to do is you're going to come to this home page and you'll get little instructions on every page as to what each page does. But if you click on this little X here, it'll go away, but if you want it back, you can click on the question mark and it will come back. This is going to be your calendar coming up. We haven't filled it out yet because we just started. This is not an interactive calendar. I'll show you where to go to get to your interactive calendar. This is just a snapshot, and you can have a month view, week view, day view. We also have all sorts of options. We'll get into that in a second. Over here on your right, trust me, your members, your clients will not see this, but what you get to see is your account info. This will show all your active members that you have, your families that are owing money, and you'll also get kind of a quick little snapshot of how much money you made this past week, this past month, this past year, so you can always stay on top of your financials. Additionally, upcoming events. This will change once we start populating our calendar with events, but it'll always give you the next 10 events coming up. And lastly is, oh, two lastlies, I guess here. We have a cute little to-do list, so you keep track of all those things that are maybe not business related, but things that you need to get done. And also, we have an update here for your birthdays so that you know whose birthday's coming up in case you want to call them out or recognize them. Also, when we get into it, you'll see how we can send some automatic emails out there. This is great for like client interaction, client retention, and so forth. If you come up to the right side here, upper right hand corner, you'll see this little drop down and go to My Profile. And My Profile will just be all of your information. You can edit this, and it's important. But the other thing we want to go through is settings. And site settings allows you a lot of customization. Right now we only have English availability, but the plans are to make it so that we're multilingual. We also have different currencies. These are all the different currencies that are taken in by Stripe. And then additionally, you can change your time zones around. You can change your date format. I know that here in the US we do month, day, year, but in other places out of the world we can do day, month, year. Um, Show the help messages. Those are the help messages. We can actually turn them all off if we wanted to. And distance unit in miles or kilometers. This is if you're a traveling coach and you want to keep track of your mileage and so forth for tax purposes. This is your home page. If you don't want that birthday thing, reminder there, you can just click it off. And last but not least, on this particular page, this is super important. You can accept payments through bomnipotent.com from your members, from your clients. And all you do is you click this thing here, and we use Stripe as our payment processor. We found that it's just a much more elegant and better solution than, say, PayPal and some of the other payment processors out there. All you do is you put in your Stripe email. Now, if you haven't signed up with Stripe, click on this little information button and you'll see sign up here. And this will transport you to Stripe so that you can sign up with them so that you can start taking payments from your clients through this site. And then, of course, save the settings. We already went over contact information, website preferences. Now, this is really important. So we asked you to put in your company name right at the beginning, and this is where it goes. Your company subdomain. This is your own personal, your own unique URL that you will be sending all of your coaches or all of your clients to. And you can see it up here, Creighton 231. I don't really like Creighton 231, so I want to change that, and let's call it Elite Coaching at bomnipotent.com. And if I save these company settings, it's gonna kick you out real quick, and you're gonna have to log back in. And now when you log back in, you'll be sent to your brand new URL, Elite Coaching for me at Bomnipotent.com. So let's go back in. Where were we? Settings and website preferences. The other thing you'll notice is obviously I've got the Bomnipotent logo in there. That's where you would put in a brand new site logo. And the preference, hold on, the preference would be about a 200 by 60 pixel logo up there. Also, invoices. We haven't gotten to invoices yet, but that's also where you will put in a logo to go on all the invoices that are sent out. If on the cover page you want a quote or an author quote, this is where you can put it in, and that pretty much does it for the website preferences. Email notifications. This is pretty cool. We'll get to the email templates a little bit later, but this is where you get to control, hey, do I want to remind my members of scheduled events? Do I want to remind my members of canceled events? So as you change things, do you want them to get a notification saying, hey, don't forget, you have an appointment tomorrow at 3 o'clock? Automatically send these reminders. I like to do it a day before. Send birthday email reminders. Again, we'll go over to the email templates and show you how to customize your own birthday emails out there, but you can actually send it or you can not send it. This one's important. Enable overdue invoice notifications. That's really great because your clients can get reminders that they need to pay, and you can do it in your sleep so that you're not spending time on that. And then lastly, in terms of the customization, this is the calendar settings. And this is really important here because you want it to look the way your brain works, the way your logic works. And so you can have normal, small, medium, large font size, depending on how good your eyesight is, I guess. You can have icons in there or not. The first day, hey, if you don't work on Sunday, let's start our first day on Monday. If you're unique, you might start your first day on Wednesday. I've never seen that. Weekends. Do you want your weekends there? Some people, their weekends are sacred. You can get that so you don't have to ever see that on your calendar. Time format, regular, military, slot minutes. I actually like 15-minute slots. The first hour. You know what? If you're not working, say from midnight to 6 o'clock, let's not start at midnight. Let's start at 6 o'clock. The last hour will always be 23, and so forth. The location, could be your office, your home, and so forth. Open appointment default settings. This is really critical. We'll get into it a little bit deeper when we go through the calendar, but this is where you are able to put open appointments on your calendar so that your members, your clients, can go grab them. And this right here, open appointment default settings, are the default settings to what that appointment will look like. So for example, if you charge $100 for an open appointment, then that's what it's going to look like. If you charge, how many slots are open? Do you want it to be available for one person or 5 people? This is where you get to choose. The duration. It's an hour appointment. Could be a half an hour appointment, whatever you want. The background and foreground colors, these are the colors that it will show up on the calendar. So it'll be the default appointments or the open appointments will be orange background with black text. And pre-cancellation hours. This is actually kind of nice. If that appointment isn't swallowed up by a certain amount of time, then it actually is pulled off the calendar. This way you don't have people booking that appointment 10 minutes before. So let's see, I want 24 hours notice. So if that appointment's not taken up in 24 hours, then it's off the board and I don't have to worry about it. Let's save those calendar settings. And last but not least, if we've got some instructions down here for the calendar sync. I'm working on it to make sure it's a simple button down the road. But for right now, we've got some instructions so you can put it into your iCalendar and into your Google Calendar. So that's the customization for today. The next video, we're going to start getting into some of the more fun stuff, the adding your members, getting through the calendars, the billing, all that kind of good stuff. So customize this the way you want. Come back next time. We're going to dive into this and really get you started. Okay, thanks a lot, guys.